In the previous chapter on biological classification, you were introduced to the plant kingdom. Now we are going to discuss it in detail. Generally, plants are classified based on three different systems. Artificial system of plant classification proposed by Carolus Linnaeus was the earliest, and it posed concerns because it was based only on the gross superficial morphological characters, that is, particularly on vegetative characters or male floral part called androecium. Closely related species were separated from each other, and it gave equal weightage to both vegetative and sexual characteristics. Natural system of classification was proposed by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker based on natural affinities among organisms, which is all about their internal and external aspects like ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology, and phytochemistry. This system was proposed by Engler and Prantl and modified by Hutchinson and Takhtajan. It is the most recent of all and is based on evolutionary relationship of organisms. It assumes that organisms belonging to the same taxa possess the same ancestor. It uses information from other branches of taxonomy like numerical taxonomy, cytotaxonomy, and chemotaxonomy. Classification of plants is categorized further. It starts from the plant kingdom, which is divided into Cryptogamia and Phanerogamia. Cryptogamia are plants without seeds and have invisible sex organs. Phanerogamia are plants with seeds and have visible sex organs. Cryptogamia is further divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta, and Pteridophyta, whereas Phanerogamia is divided into Gymnospermae and Angiospermae. Thallophyta includes algae, Bryophyta includes liverworts and mosses, Pteridophyta includes ferns and horsetails, Gymnospermae includes conifers and cycads, and Angiospermae includes monocots and dicots. Have you ever noticed green slippery substance on the bank of a lake or on rocks near a beach? These are algae. It's slimy in nature. They are fairly aquatic, living either in freshwater or marine habitat. They also inhabit diverse places including moist stones, soil or wood, and sometimes on other animals as in the case of a sloth bear. They vary in size and form. They can be microscopic, unicellular, colonial and filamentous forms, Chlamydomonas, volvox and Spirogyra respectively. Algae reproduce by vegetative, asexual and sexual means. Vegetative reproduction happens through fragmentation. Asexual reproduction happens through zoospores. Sexual reproduction happens by fusion of gametes. Algae are simple plants with a green thallus which is not differentiated into a plant body. Due to the presence of chlorophyll, they are autotrophic in nature. Fusion is of different types. Isogamy is fusion of similar sized gametes like in Spirogyra. Anisogamy is fusion of dissimilar gametes like in Chlamydomonas. Oogamy is a fusion of a large static female gamete with a smaller motile male gamete like in volvox. Classes of algae are Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Their common names are green algae, brown algae and red algae. Their major pigments are chlorophyll A and B, chlorophyll A, C and fucoxanthin, chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrin. Their stored food is starch, mannitol and laminarin Floridian starch. Cell wall consists of cellulose, cellulose and algin, cellulose. Flagellar number and position of insertions 2 to 8 equal apical, 2 unequal lateral, absent. Habitat freshwater, brackish water and salt water. Rarely freshwater, brackish water and salt water. Sometimes freshwater, brackish water and most of the time salt water. Special features: grass green in color with pigments localized in chloroplasts, pyrenoids, store protein and starch. Vary in size and form from simple branched ones to giant kelps growing up to 100 feet in height, forming underwater forests. Plant body has holdfast for attachment, stipe for support and frond for photosynthesis. Majority are marine, especially in warmer seas and oceans. Thallus is multicellular and sometimes complex. Reproduction, vegetative, fragmentation and spore formation. Asexual, flagellate zoospores. Sexual, isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. Vegetative, fragmentation, asexual, biflagellate zoospores, sexual, isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy, which occurs using pyriform pear-shaped biflagellate gametes. Vegetative, fragmentation, asexual, non-motile zoospores, sexual, non-motile gametes. Sometimes complex post-fertilization development occurs. Economic importance and examples. Primary producers in aquatic ecosystems. Example, Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, Eulothrix and Chara. Chlorella, a green algae, and Spirulina, a blue-green algae, are rich in single-celled proteins. They are superfoods packed with minerals, vitamins, especially vitamin B, amino acids, and are also widely used by space travelers. Algin is a hydrocolloid and has good water holding capacity with commercial use. Example, Ectocarpus, Laminaria, Sargassum, Fucus, and Dictyota. Carrageen, a hydrocolloid, has commercial purpose. Agar from Gracilaria and Gelidium is widely used in microbial culture and in ice creams and jellies. Other examples are Polysiphonia and Porphyra. Young or old, ice creams are sold. Despite the cold, we are told. Now you too have a cup of cold ice cream and watch our next session.